everybody, welcome to James Quest, and today we got a brand new trailer for Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which, you know, look, it's another DC movie coming out this year, and I think the other one's going to be Aquaman, I think. And obviously the situation with DC Warner Brothers is weird because we don't know, you know, like a year from now, what's going to be canon, what's not going to be canon. Does this movie matter at all in that sense? And then, of course, you know, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie, right? So, like, should we even be thinking about that? I don't know. It's weird. Look, I like the first Shazam fine enough. I don't think I've ever gone and revisited it, but I remember liking it fine enough. So, you know, if this one's at least, like, watchable, then I guess that's fine, right? Like, that's all that should really matter at the end of the day. But, you know, it's hard to talk about these DC movies, and, you know, especially later on when Aquaman happens, when it's like, is this gonna matter? Does this, like, because there's a whole new, you know, James Gunn's here, there's a whole new Superman, a bunch of people are probably gonna get recast, but is Shazam staying? Is it not staying? It's just a big question in the air. So we'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and watch this trailer. Okay, so they're like
are at war.
Olympian
Annihilate everything.
type gods or something.
Champions of this realm can do nothing to stop us.
You are very menacing. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, see, at least the humor's gonna still be there, so that's, you
A
know.
lot has changed in the last few years. The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right, here's the situation.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
The daughters of Atlas are coming to hunt us.
Daughters of Atlas. Okay, so they are.
Stole the power of the gods. You ripped it
Greek.
from our father's
Yes.
core.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Give us the powers, child.
Your world will not survive this.
You want these powers? Come get them!
Hey, Khaleesi!
Started from the bottom, now
Okay,
we're here.
fighting dragons.
All right,
Game of Thrones jokes.
Now the whole team here.
we have one job to do. Save the world.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
I can't do this. Take my powers back. You gave them to me so you would take them back, right?
I spent millennia searching for a worthy champion. You know exactly what must be done.
Billy, what are you doing? I have to do this.
We end this now.
Yeah, we do.
Wonder what the plan is.
Started from the bottom,
It's
now
not
we're
straight.
here.
Let's see.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
Okay, minotaurs and griffins and more dragons. Okay, okay.
Started from the bottom, now we're
March
here.
17th. Yeah, okay. I mean, it looks, you know, they definitely highlighted the action on this one. And that's pretty cool. You know, still no, you know, my big thing, even from the last trailer, was like, okay, so these are the daughters of Atlas, right? And Wonder Woman, in her movie, they talked about how she is the daughter of Zeus. So all I'm saying is that, like, it feels like if this is in the DCU that is established right now, wouldn't he call Wonder Woman and be like, hey, I got some people that are, like, at least, what, distant cousins or something, right? Like, it feels like this is something that Shazam would be like, I need some Wonder Woman help because there's, like, Greek gods doing stuff, you know? So that is something I'm kind of curious about. I wonder if that's even going to be, like, referenced. Because I would hope that they at the very least reference the fact that, like, you got a daughter of Zeus who's a superhero, and these are daughters of Atlas, so it kind of feels like you could, you know what I mean, get some help here. It does seem like, you know, they're trying to slowly collect the powers back, you know, because Shazam's always been kind of vague with the powers. Like the wizard gives them powers of all these mythological heroes, but this is the same world supposedly where all those mythological heroes did exist or do exist still, you know. So it's like, how does that work? It's like, it seems this movie's kind of proposing that they literally took their power. So, you know, Daughters of Atlas are here being like, you took the power from actual gods, you know that, right? So that's interesting, you know. Like, it's always been vague about how that worked. So if it really is that the wizards somehow had the powers of gods to just kind of give away to whoever they thought was worthy. Also, the other big thing in the room, along with, you know, is Wonder Woman gonna get a mention, is the Black Adam movie happened. The Black Adam movie happened. They got the same exact actor to play Shazam the Wizard in that movie. You know, so, you know, and again, this is kind of how it's like, where does this movie sit in the canonicity of the rest of the DC movies? Because in Black Adam, you have the same exact actor playing Shazam the Wizard like he does in these movies. And in that movie, of course, you know, it ends with what's now an infamous line of like Superman showing up. But Superman, you know, at least, you know, from the neck down, showed up at the end credits of the first Shazam. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, these are all supposed to be connected because they all have like the same Superman, the same set of heroes, right? Like the first Shazam had toys of, you know, the Snyder Justice League, you know, the Snyder Batman and all that, right? So, you know, it's like, and that's just kind of always been DC's big problem, is that like they just can't seem to get it together. And so I'm not holding my breath that, you know, when he's sitting here talking to the Wizard, is he gonna be like, hey, I saw on the news Black Adam, you know, it was kind of like worldwide news, it was a whole thing, I saw it on the news, guy with my exact same powers, and he had a very similar outfit that I have on. You know, are we gonna talk about this Wizard, or no? You know, are we not gonna discuss this at all? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, where it's like Marvel in the MCU, that would be discussed at least, if not a full cameo. You know what I mean? Like this, because logically, it's like, why would they not talk about that at least, right? Like the Wizard has to be like, don't worry about the Black Adam guy. He's in his own country doing his own thing. Yes, he has the powers that you have. It's a long story. Don't worry about that. Also, Wonder Woman is busy, so yeah, she's the daughter of Zeus, and these are the daughters of Atlas. But don't worry, because she's busy somewhere else. She can't help out right now. You know, like at least give us the throwaway lines. But I'm not holding my breath that this movie actually will do that. You know, I feel like this movie's very much gonna, other than the fact that it has some of the same actors, I feel like they're very much gonna try to not acknowledge a lot of these other movies. So I don't know. It's undeniable, and I think most people, at least people who follow the DC news and the whole James Gunn situation, I feel like they're gonna walk into this movie being like, does this matter? Does this count? Is this gonna matter moving on? Are they gonna acknowledge the rest of your universe that you know, like Black Adam came out this year, right? Didn't it? Or was that last year? Was it December last? When did Black Adam come out? I don't even remember when Black Adam came out. Anyways, Black Adam came out pretty recently. Recently enough that when this one comes out, it's going to be like, are we going to talk about this? Because it was the same Wizard and the same people who gave him his power. You should talk about it. You know, it'd be super weird and awkward if you didn't at least acknowledge it. But I feel like they won't. Anyways, look, the movie on its own merits completely stand alone, which I think it's still fair, I think, to be like, let's just, on its own as a movie, it looks fun, it's got plenty of action, I enjoy all the mythological creatures he's going to be fighting. You know, the first movie had him fight like all those like demon things, right? So this one's going more mythological with griffins and hippogriffs or whatever, and dragons and all that stuff, right? So that's fun, that's cool. Looks like one by one the kids are going to get their powers taken, and they're all going to be kidnapped and all that stuff, right? So pretty cool. It's gonna be a fun movie on its own. I'm not doubting that it's gonna be a fun movie, you know. It's just that unfortunately this movie that's probably fun and well made and it's gonna be like enjoyable to watch, unfortunately it's gonna be surrounded by all of this other stuff, and it's kind of unavoidable, and it's you know what I mean? Like, whose fault is this? Is this Warner Brothers' fault? Is this, who do you even blame? That the fact that like it's got all this distracting stuff. Also, I'm sitting here looking at this pause screen, and I just realized that, oh, it's a Batman and Robin shirt. Get it? It's a bat, but he's got the utility belt, and it's a Robin. See that? You get that? I'm just putting that together. Anyways, not important. But yeah, it's unfortunately that's like all anyone's going to be talking about, and myself included, because how do you not talk about it? You know what I mean? And that sucks. And I feel bad for the people who worked on this movie and wrote this movie, and like, you know, it looks like they probably put out a good product. You know, it sucks that like it's just got so much baggage going on with it. It's like, you know, and this is maybe why I hope James Gunn kind of does reboot the whole thing, because like I said, with Wonder Woman and Black Adam and Superman, and it's like they're only halfway acknowledging things or just ignoring other things altogether, even though those movies came out like, you know, less than a year ago. You're just gonna pretend it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I hate that it has so much baggage, and we're gonna go through this same thing with Aquaman. Aquaman's gonna have the exact same problem. So we'll see. Hopefully we get a James Gunn announcement about like what the plan is, because this movie just feels awkward. It feels awkward, and that's unfortunate because it looks like a fun time. So it's very unfortunate that I'm struggling to get past the baggage, the elephants in the room here. There's several elephants, and I can't get past them all. There's too many elephants. All right, let me know what you guys think about Shazam 2, and how you feel about, you know, everything going on with DC. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.